Hem Healer.
The cause of hemorrhoids, that's what we're talking about. There's many causes, so if you're watching this video, chances are you think you got hemorrhoids. You want to make sure, first of all, it's not a fissure, like a tear. We have a video on that too. Also, if you're bleeding, things like that, you want to make sure you see a doctor, make sure it's nothing any more serious than a hemorrhoid. So what's causing hemorrhoids? Well, hemorrhoids are inflamed blood vessels, right? So we have to try to understand the source of our inflammation, right? So there's so many things from all the way from, I have people in New York under a lot of stress. It's like when I get really stressed out, they show up, right? I have a lot of truckers. Well, why? Well, they're sitting on that butt all day. They can't get out, move around, exercise. Really feel for truckers because that's a hard go. You have things like diet, right? Like, are you eating a lot of processed foods, like fast foods, things like that? Those things just get in there and cause a lot of inflammation. Sugar, but it's like the high fructose corn syrup, the white sugars, you got to watch out for that. Natural sugars are good for you if you want to go honey, things like that, but you really have to watch those two. Alcohol, right? Because that all turns into sugar in your system as well. That's a big trigger for me. Like, I cannot drink that much just because, well, I shouldn't anyways at this age, but if you drink a lot and you got hemorrhoids, there's a good chance you got to really slow down on your drinking, right? So obesity is one of the big causes as well. So, if you get a little heavy, you got to, do your best to get that under control. High blood pressure can cause hemorrhoids just because it's, blood pressure is creating that pressure in that vein and it can cause inflammation on it. Constipation, let's go constipation. That's another one that can cause hemorrhoids, right? And a lot of that usually is a lot of people don't like water. They don't like drinking a lot of water. I fit into that camp. But, get those little things from the grocery store that you can pump a little grape flavor into the water and you can drink. It's a little easier to drink. But, so there's like a multitude of things that can cause hemorrhoids, right? So, and one of the best things you can do for yourself is find out what those causes are. You can journal, you got like notes in your phone where you can just write notes and being like, hey, this is that, like, here's what I'm doing today. And you can see what you're eating, how much you're sitting down, if your stress levels are too high, all those things. So there's many causes to it. Even being tall can cause hemorrhoids because it's just, the distance away from your heart. The veins are just a little weaker. It gets like blood flow, so poor blood flow can cause it, right? So like there's so many things, and it's just figuring these things out and then trying to get rid of them. If you're chronic, because let's face it, most hemorrhoids go away on their own, but if you are chronic, we've got a product called Hem Healer, and it's a capsule, so it's not cream that you gotta rub on your butt or anything like that. You take a couple in the morning, a couple in the evening with water, and it not only takes down the inflammation, it actually goes after the source. It takes out that and helps rebuild that vein. So once it takes out the inflammation, it rebuilds that vein nice and strong, and also makes it harder for your hemorrhoids to come back. So if you want to know a little bit more about that, you can learn a little bit more. Click down here. It's like hemhealer.com. You just check it out right now. There's also a channel dedicated just to hemorrhoids, everybody. So make sure that you follow and like and all that good stuff, and we'll catch you on the next one.